What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I did want to make a video today for the PvP here in Motorfest. Now, it's probably going to be a mild rant, which I kind of apologize in advance for, but let's be real, guys. I did want to hashtag this video to get a movement going to actually get the PvP fixed, or at least, maybe add more game modes to it. That way everybody can enjoy it even more. Not even going to lie here, guys. I do like the grand races. Don't get me wrong, they are fun, but let's be real, we kind of need a bit more than grand races. Like, this game has been out for legit 8 months, and we still have the grand races and the Demolition Royale, which nobody pretty much plays that. But I would almost guarantee that 99% of the player base probably wants more PvP game modes more than like anything else. Like, don't get me wrong, guys, I love having new cars being added and stuff, but let's be real, we do need more PvP game modes to actually have more fun in the game, but also add something like a ranked game mode. That would be amazing. Like, how it was in the Crew 2 or even the Crew 1. Now, I did want to add like a hashtag to this video. Not sure which one I wanted to do with it, but maybe something along the lines of let's fix PvP TCM or even let's make PvP great TCM, something like that. I feel like a movement like that would actually bring everybody together, like all the other streamers and the content creators. That way we could probably get like a big community together going to Ivory Tower like, yo, let's get it poppin', let's get the PvP modes in there. Let me use all my other classes. Let me actually do like a ranked mode. Let me actually pick a class in a race and also use my chemist set. Because why actually grind for a chemist set? We can only use them in a summit. It's going to be the small things like that. Like, imagine this for a second, guys. Also, it could be like a hear me out type of thing because I've been doing this a lot. But for this, though, imagine PvP to where you could use any vehicle class of your liking. You can use any of them. Legit, if I wanted to pick a hypercar, you only race in a hypercar. You can use a hypercar in a racetrack. You can use something like an Alpha GP on a racetrack, which is where they belong. You can also use something like a rally raid only if you like off-road racing. And on top of that, maybe they can have a separate one where it's only going to be fair PvP to where like your part sets don't work. Then they can also add another one to where you can actually run your part sets, and the only way to get into it is to have part sets completed like a chemist or even like an XP magnet. And then they can have like, oh my goodness, I just thought of this. Imagine having a PvP game mode to where everybody has to use an XP magnet set to do it, or you can also use a buck set. You have to race each other, but you also get extra money and XP on top of that because of these sets. Wow, that would be something innovative, wouldn't it? Let's just imagine here for a second having a PvP game mode to where you can run an XP or even a buck set, but you can actually grind out money in a crew with your friends on top of doing PvP. Oh my goodness, it's mind-blowing. Tell them, Shax, this is amazing. Like, seriously, guys, imagine having something like that. This game has so much potential. Also, I'm a bit concerned, though, because we are legit around 8 months or more into the game now, and we haven't really seen much of anything being talked about with PvP from pretty much any of the devs or anything like that, so it's a bit concerning. Like, are they even considering adding more stuff to it? Are they going to? Are we going to see more stuff in Season 4, which is in July? Almost around 10 months into the game's life cycle. Like, that is crazy, bro. Imagine only having grand races for 10 months into a game to where everybody wants more PvP, because right now, let's be real, a lot of players are probably not going to go back in and do the playlist because there's not a big reason to do them, even though recently they finally added the XP and money boost to them, which that was definitely long awaited for that. But and the funniest part about this, though, is for me it's not even going to be like a ranting video. It's almost just me being like passionate about this. I want these games to succeed. I want them to do great. I don't want these games to flop. I really don't want to see Motorfest be like an absolute failure, because as of right now, going down the path, guys, I am a bit concerned for this game's future. I can't even lie on that, which I would say pretty much everybody can agree it's a bit concerning. Like, let's be real, if we actually get more PvP game modes in Season 4, which is something that needs to happen, crossing my hands right now, around 10 months after release, we kind of need more PvP game modes. Like, imagine the game being out for a year and you only have a grand race. Like, how many people are going to care about that? The summits right now are fun, but there is a lot of, like, I guess you could say cheating or weird stuff going on. And for some odd reason, I don't know why they have the summits together on every platform. Do it like it was in the Crew 2. Have top 10,000 on PlayStation, top 10,000 on Xbox, and maybe like top 5,000 like it was in the Crew 2. Then I think a lot more people would actually want to do the summits, because as of right now, if there's 190,000 people doing a summit, only 10,000 people get a car. Like, that's a little ridiculous. Let's be honest here. Maybe make it so it's going to be around the top 24,000 like it was in the Crew 2. That way a lot more players are going to go, you know what? maybe I'm going to have a better chance to actually get this car. And I actually might have a chance to get it instead of competing against some weird times or, them completely destroying the scorebreaker set for the summit. So now if there's like a buoy smashing or like a bullseye or even a slalom, everybody is going to have the exact same score in them. So what is that going to do in return, you may ask? Well, it's then going to make people try to use like rewinding exploits or like restarting exploits in the events themselves. That way they can actually have a higher score to go after a platinum reward. And if you're asking me though, that is going to be a terrible cycle because that will most likely push a lot of players away from the summits. And then those people might go, well, you know what, let's go do some PvP. They jump into grand races and they're like, wait, this is the only thing we can actually do? There's no other PvP game modes? I'm going to be honest here, guys. Ivory Tower, if you want the game to have a bigger player base, all you legit have to do is add more PvP game modes, have it to where you can actually pick your own classes, add a ranked game mode. That would seriously increase the player count by insane numbers. Have it so you can actually use your part sets in the PvP events, even though they could be like separate game modes where they count and they don't, similar to the grand races. And I feel like that would bring so many people in. Like, imagine being able to grind out grand races for money, but also being able to have your part sets and do it with your friends. That would be so fun, bro. Like, come on. I'm not even gonna lie here, guys. Legit, I apologize for the rant, but I really do want this game to be great, and we honestly have to come together. I don't actually think I've ever said this in any other video, but I have to. Like the video, guys. Share this. Let's get this out there to other content creators. Reach out to them. Let's all come together and get this fixed. I do feel like it's going to be strength in numbers. Tell them, Shax. Honestly, strength in numbers, Guardian. Man, I really gotta stop with this. But legit though, guys, I just feel like if all of us came together, we really can do it. Also, the hashtag I am going to use on the video, let's fix PvP TCM. Let's share this. Let's get it out there. I just feel like if we all come together, I really feel like Motorfest can be great. Again, I love this game. I want it to be amazing, and I know it can be. But the thing is, I hope it doesn't take too insanely long. Like, imagine this for a second, guys. I don't want to say it, but here's a bad outcome. There is going to be no PvP updates until something like Season 5, which, mind you, Season 4 is in July, so Season 5 is probably going to be August, September, something around like October or November. Imagine that, guys. The game has been out around 11 months, and we're just now getting a PvP update. Imagine how small the player base is going to be by then because, well, if you only have grand races doing the exact same event for around a year straight, probably isn't going to be the greatest thing they can ever do here. So I would almost guarantee that we are most likely, hopefully, going to see something in Season 4. But even then, though, that's going to be July. That's like 3 months from now. That's still a long time. Are players going to want to have one playlist a month or even having one playlist every few months? I just feel like, guys, I really don't want to say it, but the player base is going to hurt. It is going to keep dropping if they don't end up doing something here soon, like right now. That way, a lot of players may end up coming back and going, you know what? PvP is so fun now. This game has the best PvP game modes ever, and we can all come together, play it, make money, get parts, and actually do different game modes. I can drive my hypercar. I can drive my Tier 1 vehicle without being bothered by having to use a monster truck to use a Tier 1 vehicle in a grand race. That is ridiculous. But once again, guys, let's get this out there. Let's fix PvP. TCM is going to be that hashtag. To be honest, I really just want this game to be great. If we all come together, I truly believe we can do it.